Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here from YouTube, baby. It's Friday. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day wherever you guys are at in the world. We are going to be talking about the one and only Definity's internet computer and what is going on with it. Are we at rock bottom prices, folks? Well, let's get into these charts and check it out. But before we get into these charts, folks, I'm going to have to drag you over to my Twitter channel at Real Six Fig is where you can find me. This is where I'm dropping and retweeting all the crypto interesting news I can find, specifically on the markets and Definity, things of that nature. So when we go and look at ICP on this daily chart, folks, this is very important that you understand how important this May 14th date was for price action. When we go ahead and measure the launch date of ICP back on May 10th, May 11th, down to this first swing low, we can see that Fibonacci time sequence has been extremely accurate at predicting reversals. Now, we just don't know what exactly is going on yet because there wasn't a clear line drawn in the sand through price action. So when we see this setup on the daily chart, I still think that we are seeing prices simply too far away from this Ichimoku cloud. And I'm hoping that we get a nice bounce from these levels. So with that said, we do have a symmetrical triangle squeeze going on right now that I don't think anybody would argue with, but we do have a spinning top that is floating at the end of this symmetrical triangle. So as prices squeeze, the bulls and the bears tug away at this price until they butt heads, and then the price just goes boom and flies either way. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little sound effect I just made there. When we look at things like the RSI, I'm constantly looking for patterns as well. And I do think that there might be a chance that we could be seeing some sort of inverse head and shoulders throughout this RSI, because it was at one point just telling us that there was a falling wedge occurring. And so falling wedges are pretty bullish things to be seen, especially when we get them along a multi-month scale like you're seeing here. So the fact that we might have some sort of inverse head and shoulders pattern here, you know, we could maybe support this argument that we might see an increase or a step up in buying power here, simply because we have a defined neckline here and we have a left shoulder, a head, and possibly a right shoulder that is forming. So when we look at those two things going into this Fibonacci time sequence, it's kind of telling us that, hey, we're putting the brakes on this price action from dropping down or going up any further. This could be a point where we reverse volatility or increase it. You just never know with Fibonacci time sequence. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, okay, so what if this is some sort of reversal point, yada, yada? Where are we going to see ICP really run to? Well, if the $6 mark was the bottom for ICP, this is just very make-believe or pretend. This is not financial or trading advice. I do think that a logical step up from here would be this $25.26-ish level, right at the 23.6. But it wouldn't surprise me to see a $56 ICP in the future here. So, you know, within the next few months, 6 months, depending on whenever we get out of this bear market, might help us decide when we can maybe hit some of these numbers. But I do have a target of $109 to $138 for ICP in the future. So that is kind of two price points I'm going to be paying attention to if this May 11th, May 12th low was the bottom. So folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick skinny on ICP price action. And if you would please smash that like button and consider subscribing. It truly helps the channel, the ICP ecosystem out We need to get these videos in front of as many people as we possibly can. We'll see you guys all on the next video. Stay tuned for the end screens. That'll tell you more about Dfinity's internet computer ecosystem. We'll see you guys all on the next video.